I bet with Interbet only. They're a fantastic site. I've never had any issues with them. They are very professional. There's never a problem. You deposit money, 2 seconds later it's in your account. You withdraw, which I do very occasionally, and I believe it's also 2 seconds it's in your account.
Race number 7, this is the main event on KZN Breeders' Day. It is the KwaZulu-Natal Breeders' Mile over 1600 meters. 4:05 is the off time. And before we get into race number 7, where we've got a field of 10 runners that are set to line up and face the starter, let's have a look at Mrs. Geriatrics when finishing second, beaten by Texas Red.
Got 5 to go. Texas Red, then Good Queen Bess as they enter the final. 250. Unsen picks up the lead here. Unsen goes for home towards the outside. Mrs. Geriatrics down the inside is on the horizon, quickening up. It's Unsen on the horizon. On the outside, Texas Red is flying. And here's Texas Red. Picked it up quite late in the day, but wind's going away. Texas Red beat Mrs. Geriatrics on the horizon. Unsen then Cliffhanger, Captain Peg, Good Queen Bess, Forever Mine.
Well, Mrs. Geriatric, she was an absolute treat to watch as a 2-year-old, winning 5 from 5, unbeaten as a 2-year-old, and into a 3-year-old career. Well, she won her first start as a 3-year-old when narrowly beating White Pearl, and that was over 1450 meters. And after that, she hasn't been seen in the winner's enclosure. The closest she's gone was last time out, when second to Texas Red, who quickened up extremely well, and it was reported post-race distress for Mrs. Geriatrics. Now, the concern for me is 1600 meters. I know that she's run twice over the distance, and she's run in extremely competitive races. She's run in the Cape Phillies Guineas when fought behind Beach Bomb, when running on nicely, and she's run in the Empress Club behind Give Me Another, and she was 5 lengths. On those runs alone, she should be too good for this field here. But I've got queries about the distance, and this horse that keeps me interested is number 3, Noble City. He ran on this day last year, ran in the exact same race when he was second to MK's Pride. Yes, he did come into the race in a lot better form. He seemed to be a horse that was just improving and looked to be one that could go through the divisions. This year, he doesn't come into the race with the same form, but he's drawn in gate 3, and I think dropping in class from his last start, which was the Cup Trial, he was beaten 6 lengths behind Oriental Charm. I think that run would have brought him on a bit more, and I think he could be cherry ripe for this outing on Saturday. So I think he's the other horse that could get involved here with number 4, Mrs. Geriatrics. But Dees, how do you see race number 7? Is it those 2 horses for you, or there are other horses that you think can challenge?
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I think both those runners will be popular choices, but it's a mind game. It's a mind game, it's a decision game, it's something that is a calculated wager. You weigh the odds, you have a look at the form, and however you make it, it's a mind game. But once you make it a hard game, you can get in serious trouble. For me, I'm saying this because it'll warm my heart to see this filly. I'm playing with my heart. Yeah. It'll just warm my heart to see her bounce back to her best. She was a serious filly as a juvenile, the champion, Equus champion. And I just don't know. It's not that things have gone horribly wrong for her, but it's something has broken in her confidence. I don't know what it is. Maybe Sean Terry knows. Maybe Richard Faree knows. Maybe the filly knows. Maybe they don't know. But she is going to bounce back to her very best. And I'm hoping that this could be the turn of events, this race, because it's the right type of field. There's no give me anothers in a race, beach bombs, double grand slams. There's no type of horse like that, yeah. Those are big names, and she is a big name. She is a big name. And I think I told you many times, Ryle, it's not necessarily the champion juvenile that becomes a champion 3-year-old, and this is a case in point. Now, this filly, Mrs. Geriatrics, it's my heart that wants her to win, yes, more than anything else. Because I just want her to come back to her best, and I want to see her back in the winner's box. And but it is a race. That is what it is, and she has to win. If she does that on Saturday, it'll just be super for racing fans that have followed her career as a juvenile. And but number 3, Noble City, looks to be the immediate danger. When you just process on the way she's come from Cape Town, and now that she's had the 2 runs for Allison, the stable would have learned a lot. I agree that last time out looked to be a run that would have brought him on nicely, and this is the right type of field. So I agree. You know, if you go to that KZN Breeders' Race last year, MK's Pride and was a fluent winner of that race, but this horse ran well. So numbers 3 and 4, pick 6. When you start looking past them, then you're looking for results. But I'll tell you where you can grow in confidence if you really want to. If you refer to the best weighted column, you are going to go absolute standout here at number 4, Mrs. Geriatrics. If you're just going to say, I'm going to go at the weights and the way the weights are structured, she's at a 111 at a Nelson, and then Noble City's at a 105. You know, that's, 5, 6, it's 3 kgs. So she is a standout in the best weighted column. Let's see who arrives on the day. If it's the Miss Geriatrics that we all so fondly knew as a young horse, it'll be a beautiful thing. If not, then I think Noble City will be there to pick up the paces. If anything else, then good luck to you. It'll be a bomb result in the pick 6.
Yeah, absolutely. If you manage to beat numbers 3 and 4, well, then tickets are falling away quickly because those are the 2 horses that I'm sure will be popular. Mrs. Geriatrics at 14 to 10, Noble City at 5 to 1. Let's see who gets the job done between the 2.
My name's Danny Diliberto, founder of Ladles of Love. It was founded back in 2014. Communities we work with are all over the peninsula, and we're working with 138 beneficiaries now. We've grown exponentially. We've been able to do that because of all the kindness that we have experienced from individuals and corporates such as Interbet, who just want to be part of the change.